manner that our collaboration has been working very effectively. For information, that in 2015, when we had the first SIECON conference, we had the then Secretary General AARDO came and gave the valedictory address, and then the present Secretary General also for a SIECON conference came and have the inaugural address. And then in 2017, when the AARDO had the conference at National Agriculture Science Complex, it's a very big conference, international conference of technological advancement for sustainable agriculture rural development, SAARD 2017. I was invited to be the chairman of the brainstorming session set for on role of IT in agriculture rural development. And then, on 2021, I was also invited by AARDO to deliver, a lecture on their international series on e-lectures. And, it's on emerging digital technologies in farming, role of agricultural informatics as an academic and research discipline. It is, and then I was sponsored by AARDO to present a paper in the International Symposium on Tropical Fruits 2021, which was held in Malaysia, on the topic Tropical Fruits Informatics Network Value Chain Pathway for Achieving Sustainable Farmers. And recently, in February 2023, I was invited to review of the presentations of the international presentation on online training program on millets for global food security. And it was more than 160 participants on online from their member countries of AARDO participated. And I was very happy that I was able to moderate, and also I was to give a presentation of the review of all the topics, and was well received by the participants. And it is a very important thing that now, above all, during the COVID situation, we thought that we should conduct two webinar series, national webinar series and doubling farmers income by 2022, for which I was part of the national committee, Dr. Ashok Galwai committee, and I chaired volume 12B, that is digital technology in agriculture. Our Honorable Chancellor decided that it is our responsibility also to propagate. So we decided to have a national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022 every Thursday at 11 o'clock, 11 to 1 p.m. And we completed by last week 112 webinars. These on different topics. And many of the programs, our Honorable Chancellor used to participate, and it also interact with the participants. The experts are both India as well as from abroad. Then I was talking to Honorable Chancellor that we should also have an international webinar series on open source digital technology towards self-reliant India, and in association with AARDO. And by last week, we have completed 109 topics. And it is both the topics, 109 and 112. These topics are very much amenable for any startups to undertake this problem. And this is the one international organization representing 34 member countries, taking interest on IT in agriculture, agricultural informatics, which is the first public university, private university in the world to have a Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies. We launched an MTech level program in agricultural informatics, and PG diploma, and MBA in Agri Business Management, and MTech in Informatics and E-Governance Standards, and MBA in Industry 4.0 to train the CEOs of SMEs, and MSc in Health Informatics to study the human health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, and fish health, and environmental health. So today, it is the situation is that every engineering college, 4,500 engineering college and 43,000 non-engineering colleges who teach computer science, they are now trying to have this Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies as their center of excellence, to convert the engineering students and non-engineering postgraduate students to get into IT and agriculture. And I'm very happy that with this strong collaboration between the Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology, Diptib University, Meerut, and Soviet University, Colombo, and the African Asian Rural Development Organization is signing the MOU, which is going to be a landmark, for the days to come. And in addition to that, I also say that India is a founding member of AARDO. It's a founding member of AARDO. That also gives our responsibility also to work with AARDO for achieving many innovative research and development programs, and so that their chapter of cooperation and the development through agriculture and rural development is being achieved. It's achieved. Thank you. It's very important. And in addition to that, and today we are also going to sign an MOU with a very important institution, Ayurved Research Foundation. And so our university, working with Ayurved Research Foundation on a very important research project, that is AI enabled, clinical AI enabled, disease prediction and management of cattle, dairy cattle. It's very important because dairying is becoming a very important activity, economic activity for rural India to shine, smile, and grow. So this is a very important research activity. And when I invited them to come for this signing ceremony of AARDO, they also thought that they should also sign an MOU with university. So with that, signing ceremony we have after the program is over. So now, it's very important, and it is a very important. I'll call it as a landmark day or a hallmark day, or between the Soviet Institute of Engineering, and Technology, Diptib University, Meerut, and African Asian Rural Development Organization. With this introduction, I will also like to, bring out the salient features of the MOU, which we would like to sign MOU with the university, with the AARDO, and this will bring it. It's the objective of the cooperation is collaboration for knowledge partnership through exchange of knowledge and experience, capacity enhancement, development of technological intervention in the fields of agriculture and rural development, and sharing and transferring of technology. So it is a considered opinion of our honorable Chancellor and also His Excellency Secretary General that the cooperation should not even limit only to the undertaking research project, but there has to be a strong, exchange of students and from all their member countries. And it has been agreed that the Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology is going to offer 50 scholarships to the members or students of the member countries. And it is a big way forward for cooperation between the India and the AARDO member countries. So I also would like to recall that when I was the Director General in IC, I was having a meeting with Minister of External Affairs, and the additional secretary who said it first morning, at that time I was visiting professor with the university. He said that since you are a known man on IT and agriculture, why don't you look for as a soft diplomacy between India and Africa? Why don't you promote as a senior technocrat also directed to NIC, and you are also visiting Professor Peter Soviet Institute. Why don't you have agricultural informatics or IT in agriculture as an instrument for software diplomacy between India and the African countries? And I think I'm able to achieve this through the the able guidance of the Honorable Chancellor and also the His Excellency Secretary General, which is happening today. Thank you very much. Before that, I would like to invite the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp. Thank you.
And it should empower everybody as light lights the darkness, the same way the darkness of ignorance should be removed. After you all you present me and I present you. Proper photograph.
भाई सामने से हटो। हेलो जियो टेक चल रहा है। जियो टेक फोटो
मेरे पास प्रॉब्लम हाँ जीपीएस नहीं है जस्ट इंस्टॉल इंस्टॉल
It's a company of 34 MOU. It speaks about 34 countries have been recorded. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this important ceremony, and thank you for everybody, and for achieving this. For me, it is an unforgettable event because in another 3 days I will be crossing my age of 70 years. So, and when our Honorable Chancellor was telling that testimony, can we postpone this, program? Because he has to have a head at some urgent one. I told him, I didn't tell him that I'm crossing 70 by May 17, but I wanted to achieve this. So, this has been done, and I'm very happy. It is a big, it is a big, what do you want to say that it is from the university to jointly work with the university to achieve this program. And when I'm about to cross the 7 years, and also I was also now able to launch the Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies in one of the engineering college 2 weeks back. And the cluster university, Karnool, is also like to sign an MOU with the university to launch Institute of Computer, Agricultural Informatics E-Government Research Studies. So thank you very much. Now let me invite Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor A.P. Garg, to give his remark. Thank you.
Very good morning to all. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Shobit University family, and on behalf of all the stakeholders, I congratulate both the parties for signing this wonderful MOU, which I expect, trust, believe, and am confident that we will do something positive for the growth and development of all countries, for all stakeholders. Thank you very much. His Excellency Dr. Manoj Nardev Singh, Secretary General of AARDO, Honorable the Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Rami Saishat, Dr. Dinesh Kumar Tyagi ji, Sri Manoj ji Saxena ji, Sri MC Dominic ji, Mr. Kalra ji, Pro Vice Chancellor Jayanand ji, Honorable the Chancellor of University, Shobit, our advisor Moni ji, senior colleagues, advisors, and all stakeholders. It is a great day for the university and for me too that we have entered this MOU with one of the leading organizations of African Asian countries, which are making the significant impact not only in the education but in the agriculture, sustainable development goals, which have been launched by UN, and we will be able to contribute to achieve these sustainable goals through this MOU by way of joint research projects, by way of exchange of faculty members, by way of exchange of students, and by way of contributing. Let me give a small brief about the research what we are doing in Shobit University. We are working in agriculture on the smart agriculture technology, agri-informatics. And we have been able to develop such type of the technology that the temperate plants can be cultivated under the subtropical conditions. The second thing what we are developing and what we are doing, that we are trying to develop the technology which is for the rural development and for which can give the high benefits to the farmers. And in this millet year of 2023, the university is working on highly nutritious crops of the millets, so that we can fight with the hunger in the all countries. In the teaching part, we are running the BSc course in agriculture, agri-technology, and the informatics. The another part is environmental science, where we are working, and at present, I'm the sectional president of the Indian Science Congress of Environmental Science also for the last 3 years. And we are also working on the microbiology and biotechnology. I was discussing with Mr. Kalra in the morning and with Dr. Saxena that the university is contributing a lot on the gut microbiome, which is one of the most important aspects at present of the world. That the 70% of the immunity, it is controlled by the gut microbiome. And the vegetables or the food crops, and I am of strong opinion that by 2050, the diet of the people will be changed, and the 80% of the people will convert to the vegetarian diet because of the gut microbiome, because of the immunity level, because of so many things. So there is a vast scope in the agriculture. Though we say that the 70 to 20% agriculture is contributing into the GDP, but if you count the role of agriculture as a whole in the entire GDP, you will find that it is more than 50%, because the agriculture is producing the raw materials for all the industries. So our Honorable Prime Minister is saying that we can achieve the 5 trillion economy by 2025, but I am of the opinion that if we focus alone on agriculture, we can achieve the target much more. The agriculture, if we see that the Indian soils, we were discussing many times, we have discussed on several forums, that the soil of the India and the soil of the African countries, Asian countries is very fertile. Still, we are not exposed to the dangerous antimicrobial components. Our components of the soils are having good quality of the carbon, good quality of the minerals, good quality of the nutrients. And we can produce much more beneficial, nutritious crops, products for the entire world. The only thing is that we need to work together. And this MOU will prove, certainly it will prove a milestone in the growth and development of the AARDO countries, including India, and we will be able to achieve the target which has been set by UN. This is my wish, and I congratulate all the parties, and I'm thankful to all the participants, all the witnesses who have been here to witness this historic moment in the history of the university. Thank you very much. And I assure, as Vice Chancellor of the university, that every possible help, every possible administrative support, every possible academic support will be extended to any of the extent, whatever we can do it. Thank you very much. And it is my pleasure to sign this MOU on behalf of the university. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University. And now, in order to operationalize the recommendation of the Dr. Ashok Dalwai Committee report, in which the university has contributed a lot, that is a digital technology in agriculture. Since our Honorable President of India comes from the tribal community, we decided that one recommendation, that is on smart tribal farming. When this recommendation was made, many people asked me, Modi, why are you bringing smart tribal farming? And when the government of India has got a tribal sub-plan, and I suggested to them, I argued that yes, tribal sub-plan is there, but it does not reach to the tribal community. And with the title, smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming, now the government schemes will go down to the farming level. Then we decided from the university, that we should, in order to, present to our Honorable President of India, why can't we take, because university cannot do work within the campus. We should also see the throughout India. So we have taken, with the help of the local NGOs who are working with the tribal community, we have now undertaken pilot projects. We made a presentation to the Minister of Tribal Affairs last August 2022. They said that it's a beautiful initiative, it's very important, and Professor Modi, you are being the farmer technocrat, why don't you make the presentation to the state governments? And then they will recommend to the central government. Now we have taken up these projects in Kashmir and Maharashtra, Orissa, the district where from our Honorable President comes, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. And we are also getting support from the district administration. And in one side, and a person like, Arun Kumar Panjaji, he is also an ex-student from the Indian Institute of Technology, Chennai. And he is now a man who is involved in various developmental activities. He is also associated with the smart tribal farming pilot projects. And maybe in another 2 months' time, we'll be in a position to submit project report to the state government and the central government. And I would like to hear from Mr. Arun Kumarji a few words that about the ceremony which we are doing. Over to you. I didn't tell about other corrections.
So it's an honor to be here and witness such a historic moment where the great organization signing MOU with another great institution of our country. And I've been seeing Sir's photo in SSS, and it's nice to meet you in person. And yeah, we are actually, Professor Mani, I must, commend him for his extraordinary work in spite of his age. Like he told, he's about to be 70. Of course, age is just a number, right?
I think we should be granted 100.
I think it should be 1008. Why 100? Because India is a country where people are supposed to live thousands of years. Yogis, we know so many yogis who have lived thousands of years. So basically, we are talking about, his chronological age, but we have a biological age, we have an emotional age, we have an intellectual age, a spiritual age. So there are so many different ages. So age is just a number. So it is all depends upon us, how we use our mind. And it is essential for each of us to, direct our mind in a specific direction, which helps us to bring in holistic development in all of us. And each and every citizen of this country and each and every citizen of the world. And where I think Africa and Asia is the two great continents, greatest continents, I have to say, are doing so much for the world and has done so much for the world. And now I think this particular initiative will help us to go to the rural part of these two continents, and probably we are discussing about agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of us, because without food, we are zero. Whatever we have achieved, if we don't get food, we cannot do anything. So food is the most important thing. So we have to see that the food is sustainable. At the same time, food is qualitative, because we are getting so many different type of food varieties. Like Sir was talking about some particular chemicals and all, which is not there luckily in our country or part of the world. And in Western world, probably they're feeding it with so many chemicals and other things which has killed these things in the soil. So we have to preserve it, and we have to try to make it as organic, as natural as possible. So I think that is the most important thing. And like we just discussed about the year of the millets, and millets is so easy to grow compared to rice or wheat. So probably it will be really wonderful that, of course, India is focusing on it, and I think 15,000 crores or something is dedicated towards the development of this. So I think it's a great thing. So let us focus on it. And once again, I thank both the AARDO and Soviet University for taking such a great initiative. And I wish you all the best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to invite Mr. Dominic. He, 1 month back, he talked to me that, Professor Moni, can you help us in working out a questionnaire to call for nomination for awards on the title Richest Farmer of India. And since you are working in this field, and we are the Krishi Jagran, and we publish more than 15 magazines in agriculture, more than 16 languages, and is one of the leading agriculture journal, magazines here. So for the last 1 month, we have been interacting every day with more than 5 daily at the rate of 5 to 6 experts. What is it? How to define the richest farmer of India? And everybody goes to America for Oscar Film Award. So hereafter, for anything related to agriculture, it should come to India. And but farming is that small farmers, medium farmers, large scale farmers, tribal farmers, skilled agriculture, and 400 agriculture commodities, 127 agroclimatic zone. How to define it? And now the exercise is going on, and we have covered more than 120 experts till yesterday. And maybe in another 1.5 months' time, we'll be able to cover with the questionnaire. It will be a contribution by the Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology and the Krishi Jagran to define that, who should be called the richest farmer of India in terms of richness, in terms of money, or in terms of the, the productivity, soil, and so on and so forth. I would like to request Mr. Dominic briefly that, your remarks with respect to today's ceremony. Over to you.
It is always nice, where
there is a knowledge discussion take place. Professor Moni is the center. And I had been seeing wherever agriculture information is concerned, I think without Professor Moni, we cannot move ahead. Today, I stand here and I really appreciate the steps taken by AARDO and Shobit University. And it is the Shobit University is going to support all of African countries. That's a great thing. And the African countries are getting a chance to come to India and experience the knowledge that Shobit University is parting with. Here, I stand for a media called Krishi Jagaran. As we all know, up to now, this was the media which has been not taken into prominence as the case of farmers. We know farmers are never on the prominence of any of the discussions. So here, what we discussed, the topic what Professor Moni was taking, the richest farmer of India. I know when he said, all of us might have thought how a farmer can be richest. This was the point was going on in mind also, because I come from a small village in Kerala. And I used to always look at my neighbor who is a farmer. And I always dreamed, how can I be better than him? How can I earn better than him? This was my dream when I was a small young kid in my village. And I understood that the same dream every young village is having. Every young student or every young person in the village has got the same dream. I should be better than my neighbor. And that is the competition as makers to come to this level and become perfect. Here, when I was observing after that, you will see every day the richest businessman of India, the richest doctor of India, the richest advocate of India. We know who is the richest Pradhan of India. And for Tamasha, we say who is the richest beggar in India. We know. But when we talk about richest farmer, there are challenges. How we can make a farmer rich? Are you making them to the tax liabilities or problems? There are a lot of things. We discussed all these points. And what we found, unless we take a step to bring them forward, it will not happen. I can give an example. When Professor Moni was giving the discussions, many of the leaders said, why don't we make it only impactful farmer, organic farmer, innovative farmer? We agreed. Now, I would like to ask you a small question or code. We have 5 dignitaries sitting on the stage. We will give innovative award, impactful award, and organic farmer award. And finally, we give the richest farmer award to the vice chancellor, for example. After this program, when you want to share your visiting card, whom do you want to share the visiting card first? Tell me from the depth of your heart. Whom will you be sharing your visiting card? Tell me. Then why can't we accept that reality that we also want one richest farmer? We may be bringing the richest farmer. It may not be the perfect farmer we are bringing first. But let the process start. A day has to come when I also will able to stand and identify he is my icon. He is the symbol I want to work for, I want to become. So that's the only dream we have right now working on that. And I'm sure with the support of Shobit University, we'll make it a reality and it will be a change. Not only that, once you make a farmer an ideal person, the whole agriculture practices will change because he has to adhere to the best of quality practices. That will change what is the problems today we are facing. Here we will be making a farmer a brand. Once he is a brand, I can tell you, his product will not be sufficient for him to give to his customers. So he has to naturally go for another 10 farmers around him and he will insist them, I want the best of the quality. He will be the custodian of quality. So that's where we'll create a lot of farmers of brand in India. That will be the start of a change in India, I think. Thanks a lot for listening. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dominic. And he's going to have this program and the Kisan Divas in December. And every year he would like to bring 7,000 farmers from India, from maybe 770 districts. And I'm very happy that he has chosen Shobit Institute of Engineering Technology as one of the premier institution to help him to define the richest farmer of India. Thank you very much. And I will also request Mr. Manoji Saxenaji. Mohanji Saxenaji. I think whenever I put his name, the Manoji and Mohanji always gets, put it, Mohanji Saxenaji to brief.
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर मोदी। इस सभा में जहाँ पे इतने सारे विद्वान, इतने सारे अनुभवी लोग हैं, उनके सामने मुझे अपने कुछ शब्द बोलने का अवसर मिला है, उसके लिए मैं आभारी हूँ आप सब लोगों का। सबसे पहले मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा कि मैं आया कहाँ से और मैं अनुसरण किसका करता हूँ। मदन मोहन मालवीय जी की कर्मभूमि काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय के इंजीनियरिंग प्रभाग से मैंने 1980 में अपनी पढ़ाई पूरी की और उनके सिर्फ एक विचार से कि अपने मंतव्य को पूरा करने के लिए, लेकिन भारतीय विद्या को, भारत का जो इतिहास है उसकी विद्या को करने के लिए कोई भी फार्मेसी कॉलेज नहीं बनाया, क्योंकि दवा बनाना वो नहीं चाहते थे हिंदुस्तानी सीखे। और सारा सिंकोना, सारा ओपियम, सारा जो चीज होती थी हमारी, वो सब वो ले जाके इंग्लैंड में प्रोसेस करके वर्ल्ड में उसको प्रोवाइड करते थे। उनका ही वो विचार कि मालवीय जी आप सब लोग जानते हैं, ही वॉज ए स्कूल टीचर इन इलाहाबाद, और उन्होंने ये संकल्प लिया कि मैं एक ऐसे विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना करूंगा। सबने उनको मना कर दिया, लेकिन उन्होंने कहा मैं दान लेके बनाऊंगा। और इतना बड़ा विश्वविद्यालय जो विश्व में विख्यात है, जहां की मट्टी एक ही चीज सिखाती है, वहां की उपाधि में है कि आपको ये उपाधि इसलिए दी जा रही है कि आप अपने ज्ञान के द्वारा देश के लिए, मानव के लिए, सनातन के लिए हमेशा प्रयासरत रहेंगे। और ये उपाधि इट इज टिल डेथ। वहां से यात्रा शुरू हुई। बेसिकली आई एम ए फार्मास्यूटिकल इंजीनियर, बट करीब 40 साल पूरे हो गए, बल्कि 43 साल। और एक ही चीज मुझे समझ में आई है कि आज विश्व पूरा जब यू टर्न कर रहा है टू अंडरस्टैंड कि व्हाट इज लाइफ, तो उसमें एक ही चीज आई कि धरती माँ, जननी माँ। और मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि इट्स नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ रिलीजन, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ साइंस। आई एम सेइंग दैट काउ हैज ए वर्च्यू टू नर्स द एंटायर विलेज। एक 17 साल के जीवन काल में 12 प्रोजेनी प्रोड्यूस होती है। लेकिन आज जो स्थिति हुई है, अगर आप इंडिया का मैप देखेंगे, ऑर्गेनिक कार्बन पूरा रेड दिखेगा। डॉक्टर साहब से बात हो रही थी, आज आप देखेंगे इमर्जिंग डिजीजेस, हेल्थ बर्डन, डॉक्टर साहब बताएंगे कि why fatty liver diseases are increasing, why kidney diseases are increasing, कितनी डायलिसिस मशीनें हम इंपोर्ट करेंगे। और कोविड काल ने ये दिखा दिया पूरे विश्व को कि जहां पे मार्च 2020 में वॉल स्ट्रीट जर्नल ने कहा था हिंदुस्तान में 50 करोड़ डेथ होंगी, और उस दिन इंडियन स्टॉक मार्केट गिरा था बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वॉल स्ट्रीट। और ये एक सोच का परिणाम है, सिर्फ सोच का, कि हमारे वैज्ञानिक वैक्सीन बना सकते हैं। और 18 महीने में वैक्सीन बनके तैयार हो गई, और पूरे विश्व में आज 80% वैक्सीन इंडिया से जाती है। और जब लोगों को ये पता लगा कि लोगों में इंडिया में कैसे कोविड नहीं फैला, न्यूयॉर्क ऐसी जगह में हाहाकार मचा था, पूरा यूरोप हाहाकार में था कोविड, तब लोगों को ध्यान आया कि व्हाट इंडियंस हैव डन। तो वो गिलोय का काढ़ा पी रहे हैं, काली मिर्च का काढ़ा पी रहे हैं, और अमेरिकन्स आर सो स्मार्ट कि अश्वगंधा का प्लांटेशन नेवाडा में शुरू करा दिया। गिलोय का जर्म प्लाज्म इंडिया से ले जाके अपने बॉटनिस्ट को दे दिया। तो आज जो एक हमारा उद्देश्य है कि नो डाउट ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज के साथ मॉडर्न साइंस को ब्लेंड करना है, सो एज टू रिवाइव द रिच हेरिटेज ऑफ आवर कंट्री। और उसका पहला उद्देश्य है कि सॉइल ऑर्गेनिक कार्बन को, ह्यूमस को कैसे हम हेल्दी, एंड इट इज अ वेरी सॉरी स्टेट ऑफ अफेयर। जो आहार हमें स्वास्थ्य देना चाहिए, आज वही आहार हमारी हर बीमारी का कारण है। तो इस MOU के द्वारा वी फील दैट, and with the experts and experienced people sitting over here, we would like that the aspiration of life at this stage is to do something for the humanity. Or every day it is the humanity which is getting eroded. Humanity is going. So therefore, I am very happy and I thank Viren ji आपको and AARDO, because अफ्रीका के लोग यहाँ एक कभी डेलीगेशन आया था, इंडो अफ्रीकन डेलीगेशन, 8 कंट्रीज अफ्रीका के थे, and they wanted to see Indian model of FPOs, Indian model of farming, क्योंकि लैंड बहुत छोटी छोटी है। तो वो ये जानना चाहते हैं कि अभी तक हम जाते हैं वेस्टर्न कंट्री में, वहां पे 400 एकड़ की वो टेक्नोलॉजी को लाके हम 2 एकड़ में नहीं कर सकते हैं। तो इंडिया को देखें जहां पे एवरेज लैंड होल्डिंग जो है 2 एकड़, 2.5 एकड़, कहीं पे 1 एकड़ भी है। How farmers are doing and they are contributing. 142 करोड़ लोगों को सेल्फ सस्टेन करना इज नॉट ए इजी थिंग। ये हमारे फार्मर की। अंत में एक ही चीज कहूंगा, बनारस के कबीरदास जी एक बार शास्त्रार्थ के लिए, वहां पे बनारस में प्रथा है, वहां शास्त्रार्थ होता है 80 घाट के किनारे पे एक चौराहा है। उस शास्त्रार्थ में साउथ से एक बहुत बड़े विद्वान आए थे। लोगों ने कबीरदास जी से कहा आप उनके साथ शास्त्रार्थ कीजिए। कबीरदास जी बोले भाई ना तो मैं पढ़ा लिखा हूँ, मैं क्या शास्त्रार्थ करूंगा, आप लोग करो इतने भी। उन्होंने कहा नहीं साहब आप करिए। और ये बड़ी प्रतिष्ठा की बात है कि काशी के नाम उसमें है। तो बोले ठीक है। तो आए, उसने पूछा कि भाई, तो कबीरदास जी ने पूछा कि पढ़ के सीखे हो या सीख के पढ़े हो। और वो जो महात्मा थे उन्होंने कबीरदास जी के पैर पकड़ लिए कि आप हमारे गुरु बन जाए, क्योंकि ये तो हमने कभी सोचा ही नहीं कि सीख के पढ़ना है या पढ़ के सीखना। मेरा किसानों के साथ बहुत क्लोज एसोसिएशन रहा, जो कुछ भी सीखा किसानों से ही सीखा है। और आज भी मैं कह रहा हूँ कि हर समस्या का समाधान, जो आपने ट्राइबल का वो कहा है, ट्राइबल नॉलेज इतनी ज्यादा है कि अगर हम उसको यूज करते हैं, जो कि आज होगी यूज ट्राइबल नॉलेज, तो वहां से जो रियल इंडियन हेरिटेज है, दैट इन 10 years time, 20 years time, you will see in your lifetime the transformation of India into new age India. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very nice points which you brought it out. when I was coming from Chennai after inaugurating the Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Studies, and Conversation Today magazine interviewed me, and I talked about the tribal agriculture is a sustainable agriculture. This has to be globalized. I got an input immediately from the Deputy Managing Director NABARD. What Professor Moni, what you are saying is important, and the value chain in tribal area is primitive. I told him that both NABARD and Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology let us work together to bring in the tribal agriculture value chain. And it is very important, and the realization is taking place. And I'm very happy that Ayurved Foundation also will join with us to work on this one, because the topic which they are going to work with the university is very important. That is development of clinical AI-based integrated disease prediction and management system for dairy cattle. Because the minerals of the soil controls the metabolism of the cells of human health, human and animal and plant. Use of artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and blockchain technology and GIS technology over a village, we can bring in a lot of changes. Thank you very much. Now, I also would like to place on record the coordination, the follow-up, provided by the Honorable Assistant Secretary General AARDO and Dr. Kusnotali, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Behera, and Mr. Kamal Kamija for having this program today. With this, I would like to invite His Excellency Secretary General to give his keynote address.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Mani, for inviting me to say a few words on this very momentous occasion, historical occasion. Mr. Kunal Shekhar Vijendraji, co-founder and honorable chancellor of Shobit University, and our VC, Professor Amargal, my colleague, Dr. Mr. Rami Kashat, Assistant Secretary of AARDO, Professor Moni, Dr. Saxena, who is here on the dais, all the lovely people of dais. I hope I'm not missing some names here. All are the learned faculty members, distinguished guests, all of the protocols respected, ladies and gentlemen. We are already afternoon, a very good afternoon to you all. And as Secretary General of AARDO, it's a great pleasure and honor for me on behalf of 32 governments, and particularly of 34 members, representing the two continents which are having prosperity ahead, Africa and Asia. It's an immense pleasure for me to solemnly greet all of you sincerely, and all this rich party of professional and stalwarts. I'm saying this is a galaxy of stakeholders who are going to help us in realizing our MOU and taking forward all the elements which are there in the MOU. Thank you very much, all the well-wishers, all our supporters, for the noble cause of education, rural development, and capacity building as such, as captions, thematics, we can say. I am beyond thankful and appreciative to our Honorable Chancellor and all those who have been supporting us here to bring this MOU into fruition. We know that the MOU is here as a general framework of agreements. Obviously, we will be looking into different perspectives and different details of implementation. A few of them have already been elaborated. Professor Modi has spelled out a few of them. For the sake of the party of our invitees, I will just say that here the African Asian Rural Development Organization is what we call a very much rural-centric organization. And Government of India is one of the founder members and still supporting this organization. We embody ourselves, we embody the South-South and technical cooperation. And we are also reflecting as one of the leaders in agricultural and rural development in Africa and Asia. We are having many partners, and today we are having officially Shobit University as one of our privileged partners. We are partnering with many Indian institutions, with IITs also we are partnering. We are partnering with many international organizations. We've got an observer status of the UN organization. We operate from Delhi, which is our main center. And then we have got 6 regional officers, also 3 in Asia and 3 in Africa. So we are covering a huge network of Asian and African countries. And the purpose is really in the domain of rural and agricultural development. And we are very proud to say that we are contributing in the development of the countries directly, because most of these countries, we know as India also, we are saying that India lives in the villages. Most of these countries also we are having as members, we are having countries which are highly developed, but I would say the majority of the countries as members, they are having people living in the rural areas. Community and rural development are very high on the agenda, especially when we know that things are not that rosy nowadays. When we were expecting that 2022 itself should have been a year of recovery. Unfortunately, the whole world missed it out. We are also expecting even 2023 is not also very good looking. If we go into the reports of, I was reading the IMF reports on World Economic Outlook published last month in April 2023 itself. It has been captioned itself as a rocky recovery. Recovery itself is difficult. Now we are facing a very rocky recovery. There is a very broad base and sharper than expected slowdown of the whole world economy. The figures, I won't give you more details, but I just have to say that we've shifted from 2030 to 6% of the whole world development. Now we are focusing to have only 2.7% in 2023. Inflation, we are all witnessing it. Just imagine in some of the countries, these are very severe and high level of inflation, more severe than in many decades, and very, very much causing obviously unbearable cost of living. Many of our member governments, they are trying the best. They have got policies, programs have already been initiated, support programs have been there. Government of India also have been doing quite good in terms of combating COVID. I'm happy that Dr. Saxena was elaborating. I could understand a few of the words in Hindi. He's elaborating on how COVID vaccine itself was invented and very fastly, and the knowledge which we are having here in India has been able to serve not only Indians, but many member countries, many of African countries, where India has given good support in exportation of vaccine. Although internally, India itself was suffering from the COVID diseases. With all these statistics, which are very scary, if we go into the details of these statistics, I will assure these lovely people around here that we are trying our best as an organization, because we are having a bridge between Africa and Asia. It's the solidarity between Africa and Asia. We are mastering greater cooperation, and this is today one of the best cooperation we are having, because we will be able, through this cooperation, to train more people and exchange faculty members, and also test our technologies and whatever is available from different countries in Africa and Asia. We have also elaborated a very important document. We call it our strategic framework, which is going to be coterminous with SDGs. So it's a framework which has been elaborated over the span 2021-2030. And with this, we are very, very high and ardently advocating to mainstream rural development itself on the agenda of economics. This is where we will stand gaining if we mainstream rural development. We know that in many countries, rural development has been detrimental as compared to other developments. And obviously, human resource capacity building, human resource development and capacity buildings, we have to leverage on partnership. We have to connect our networks so that we can develop that. Otherwise, we will not be able to bring whatever is required in these rural communities. Resilience, vibrancy, and buoyancy has to be brought back. And we are also championing technology dissemination. And this is why one of the very purpose we've seen a very good partner in Shobit, so that the technology dissemination has to go very fast. We know that technology has always been there, they have been invented, but we are a bit afraid of the speed. We need it to go in a speedy manner. We need it to go very fast and to scale up so that we can have a greater outreach to all places where these technologies are required. This is why researchers at Shobit University and people who are going to follow courses here will have a great job in taking those technologies to see to it how they can merge with the existing technologies, as our guests were saying around here, that we are already having some local technologies, so that we have to see to it how we can merge these technologies. We really firmly believe that we have knocked at the right door. We have got a long collaboration, but now this is a formalization of the collaboration. It's a sort, I would say, we are graduating to another level. We have fused our networks now. We will see to it that this fusion will bring greater benefits to all our member countries and obviously to Shobit universities also. Especially, we need researchers towards postgraduate researchers or any of people, persons doing specific research which will be helpful to African and Asian rural communities. We can provide that platform for it to be tested in these countries. As I said, Professor Moni has already elaborated. The long collaboration has been there. And we are very much happy with the programs also, which has been running for quite long now. The figures is 109 programs, where also our e-lecturers and very much connected to the centers of informatics development. And I'll only highlight maybe the issues of food itself. Food and agriculture is very, very serious issues. If we don't bring people who are having research and technology to this one, we might be missing the SDG 1 and SDG 2 itself. It's already proven that these parameters are off track. So I'll wish to say that again, thank you very much for all of you to witness this momentous day. And I will congratulate again all our Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Professor Moni, and all those who have supported us in realizing this effort. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I would like to quote the letter of Honorable Chancellor dated 9th May 2022 to His Excellency, Secretary General AARDO. In 11th February 2022, His Excellency Secretary General wrote a letter of appreciation to the Honorable Chancellor, Soviet University, Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology, for organizing international webinar series on open source digital technology towards self-reliant India in association with AARDO. And you are and he and and the letter in which our Honorable Chancellor wrote to him that you have placed on record the impressive number of such international webinars, which has so far reached a total number of, at that time, this is about 45 on diversified themes, 45 themes, and having widespread ramification on rural development and rural communities in Africa and Asia. You also very appropriately observed that even though some of the webinars are India-centric, they still have wider implication at policy and planning levels in all developing countries of the world. We are at the university are very much thankful for your considered opinion. During the hour of crisis, when the entire world is under the cloud of COVID-19 situation, organizing this series of webinars and addressing the cross-cutting issues of development is undoubtedly a high welcome step on your part towards achieving the strategic development goals of the UN. So we accept AARDO's and your gratefulness as well as assurance of the highest consideration for any other joint initiatives. And that letter, His Excellency has also mentioned how we should cooperate with each other. And our Honorable Chancellor wrote it to him, Your Excellency, you have offered to look forward to having more collaboration in more areas of mutual benefits in the near future. We welcome this offer and work through the collaborative efforts for addressing cross-cutting issues of AARDO member countries, to begin with through pilot projects. In this regard, I wish to suggest the following. Signing an MOU between Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology, Deep University, and Soviet University Gangau with AARDO. Operationalization of e-governance in farming sector in AARDO member countries, which we have got in a 1 month program, which is already worked out. Based on what the university has launched, the program on e-governance in farming sector of African countries in 2014, in view of its more relevance. And His Excellency also, after seeing this one, he remarked me, even though it is worked on 2014, still it is relevant for African countries. Initiation of pilot project on banana informatics network value chain, jackfruit informatics network value chain, millet informatics network value chain, and is very important, his own pet topic, breadfruit informatics network value chain. We had a conference on that, webinar discussion, in AARDO member countries through capacity building in association with the AARDO and Tropical Fruit Network TFNet to strengthen the SDGs of UN. And this is and the student exchange program on agricultural informatics and e-governance between agricultural universities of AARDO member countries and Soviet University Meerut and Soviet University Gangau. And I'm very happy that this MOU will facilitate a range of collaborative activities, including human resources development, capacity enhancement, education, training programs, organization of international, regional, on-the-spot training programs and workshops, joint exploration and implementation of technology-based pilot project, exchange programs, and internship for students, faculty, staff, and researchers. With this, I would like to invite our Honorable Chancellor, Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology, to give his valedictory address.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much, Professor Mooney, for your very elaborated and detailed historical communication what we had and bringing today's day in light. I'm really thankful to Professor Mooney. He had been always an instrument to bring agriculture and informatics together in the country and especially with the university. Our association is very long, and I'm sure that in spite of the fact he is trying to emphasize that after 3 days he will complete 70, But as a chancellor of the university, I would like to assure him that we will celebrate his 80th also in the same spirit and with the same energy. So, Your Excellency, the Secretary General of AARDO, Excellency Assistant Secretary General of AARDO, Saxena ji, Dr. Saxena, esteemed guests coming from very important sectors, those who are representing the future of the country, be it Krishi Jagran, which is trying to enlighten and empower the agriculture sector through media. Other colleagues and my colleagues from Shobit University family. It is a very important day for the university as well as for the nation. When His Excellency was talking about the collaborations, what they are having, MOUs they have signed, I'm told that with very few educational institutions, AARDO has signed any MOU as on date. And mainly it is with IIT Delhi and IIT Kharagpur. And now with Shobit University. When we look at this particular MOU and the possibilities what we can do together, it does not speak only about that we will do some student exchange or we will work on research part, we will have some faculty exchange. It is beyond that. Before coming to this auditorium, we were sitting together in my office and I was telling His Excellency that this MOU is going to impact 32 governments, 34 members of AARDO, and most importantly, it is going to put an impact on the youth. We have a lot of things common. Many times what happens, what are the important things, what are the priorities of this world, and especially of our important continents, be it Africa or Asia, are told by somebody else. Somebody else will come, they will say, okay, there are SDGs. Now you have to work in that direction because you are not following it. That's why world is in trouble. Because you people are not doing it, that's why the world is in trouble. You have to do it. Now you people should work in this direction. We will tell you. I have a conviction that if we countries come together, then we are going to guide, we are going to become the mentors, we are going to tell the world what the way the world should be. Thank you very much, Saxena ji, when you mentioned about the U-turn the world is taking. And that U-turn is going back to the traditions, coming back to the wisdom first, then to some science or other things. In Hindi, I am afraid that our eminent guest will not be able to understand. But for the benefit of other audience, I always say कि ज्ञान से विज्ञान बना है. Like from knowledge, inception of science happened. Not from science, knowledge will be created. So Gyan, wisdom, indigenous wisdom, what we had, or the traditional wisdom, what we say, sometimes tribal wisdom, sometimes we say village wisdom, sometimes we say, okay, this is something where our forefathers were telling us. That wisdom is the root cause. That wisdom is the creator of today's knowledge. What is happening today, today's science. And we have to understand the importance of that. And through AARDO, I'm looking forward. So I was telling him, I was sharing my experience. First time when I visited, I had an opportunity to visit Mauritius when I visited first time. So I was a part of the delegation of Honorable President of India. So naturally, that being a part of a delegation of Honorable President, definitely it gives a lot of leverage to you. And you cannot see the original country, you see what is shown to you. So, but as I knew that maximum of the part of Mauritius, Indian diaspora is there. And whenever I had an opportunity, I was trying to meet the youth. I was trying to meet those people, those who were not a part of that visit, neither to be shown, nor they were important enough to be part of that. So one thing I understood and I appreciate, and I was sharing with him also, that Indian culture and ethos, our history, the way it has been preserved, even after 4 to 5 generations by Indian diaspora over there, it is remarkable. And exactly this we want to do with education also. When we were talking about the scholarships to be provided, my vision is, as the Chancellor of the university, that 32 countries should be represented in Shobit University. I wish that Shobit University should become an AARDO university. AARDO is not having a university at all in many of the country. But I wish that AARDO should say proudly that there is one university in one of our member country, that is India, where our mandate is also taken care, where we can go and ask, okay, this research we want to do, there are sufficient people around, those who can do that research, where there is a representation from all 32 countries we represent, and students are there for them. And we can feel proud of that. That yes, Shobit University is doing something beyond the boundaries of the nation, and we are doing something for the larger humanity to ensure that the world becomes better for all of us together. Excellency, the Assistant Secretary General of AARDO, he hails from Jordan, a very beautiful country indeed. I was telling that the current ambassador of Jordan, Halim Saab, is honorary professor with Shobit University. Today only is going back to Jordan, and he was inviting us to come to Jordan. Now, definitely I will be coming there, and I will not only be coming as an individual, I will be coming carrying this MOU in my hand with a copy of this MOU and requesting you that how we can and what we can do together. Let us see. Yes, as a part of AARDO University. And this word AARDO University can be taken even on record, Professor Modi, that yes, there is, it is just because signing MOUs is fine. Even so many pages, I was a bit surprised and afraid also that what mandate has been put by Professor Moni, because Professor Moni is the perfectionist and he goes in very detailed manner. But definitely everything positive is there. I'm thankful to you, sir, because this trust, what you have shown to Shobit University, there are many universities. 109 webinars together. It means a lot. Because every webinar was on different topic. It was Hercules effort by Professor Modi single-handed. But having with us since that long, seeing that if it is impactful, if it is meaningful, and finally deciding to do something together is commendable, appreciable, and I'm really thankful to AARDO, to both of you, to the Secretary General, that yes, it happened. And to the team which was in the back, I know Dr. Kushno, everybody, all of you, you were coming, meeting me also, and a lot of homework was done. And definitely now we have to see that this MOU start getting implemented from today itself. And that's why I will take some more time. That's why we have invited some of the very important members of Shobit University family today here, are directors of all these schools, our deans, our advisors, and even the head of our entrepreneurship cell, somebody like our head of communication and language cell, and other people around. Because I want them to understand the importance of this MOU and let them explore. They will like to explore. They will sit with your team. They will see, okay, our director of School of Law is sitting here. That in law and legal things, can we do something? Our Dean of Engineering is sitting here. If they can do something, our Dean of other schools are sitting here. If they can do something, and what can be done? Exactly. Because it is not only life sciences, it is not only agriculture, however, because rural development does not mean only agriculture. I hail from a small village. I have seen this thing. Because when we say, okay, agriculture, and nobody wants to become, but we all are happy to become son of a farmer. Because it looks good when we put in our profile. But we do not want to become a farmer. And it is not only in India, it is happening everywhere. In 32 countries, if we look at, everybody is happy to become a clerk than becoming a farmer, respectively. So that change will come, and definitely we will be working with AARDO very, very closely, and we will be doing it. We are signing one more MOU. Okay, fine. So we are signing one more MOU today. We could have signed it immediately when we signed the AARDO MOU, but my team said that this flex should get changed in 3 minutes time. I am using Ayurveda in veterinary. As we all know that Shobit University Gango is having a very well established Ayurvedic medical college with 200 bed hospital, our life sciences, our pharmacy school, every facility is there with us. Like with Shobit University signing MOU with Shobit University, everything comes together. And we have decided that with Ayurveda, we will not only do research, we will explore the possibilities that how we can use Ayurveda as traditional knowledge, indigenous knowledge to make the world more healthier, more happy, and with more smile. So I'm sure with these two important MOUs today, one an international MOU with AARDO and one with completely Indian MOU, but with global impact with Ayurveda, Shobit University will be in position and Shobit University will contribute in the progress of our member nations, in the progress of the world at a larger perspective, and together we will be in position to do something very meaningful and very fast. So thank you very much, His Excellency. Thank you very much, Excellency. All of you, it is indeed an honor and wonderful to sign these MOUs today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chancellor. And this one. Let me complete I'm very happy that today in his valedictory address, the Honorable Chancellor said it is good to see, the AARDO University. And India has got South Asian University to represent SAARC countries. And I'm very happy that today the idea of AARDO University has been now put in, and this will represent the 34 member countries. It's very important. Thank you very much, Honorable Chancellor, for bringing out this issue to the forum, and let Soviet University, it be the fulcrum of that AARDO University. It's very important. Thank you very much. And it's very important that today, as said by the Honorable Chancellor, that one international MOU and a national MOU. And the national MOU will also look into international perspective. So thank you very much. And also in this aspect, I also would like to place on record the services rendered for me to be successful in conducting the two webinar series. One is Mr. Akhilesh Singh and then Mr. Manish Chhabra. So here, Mr. Manish Chhabra is here. And without Manish Chhabra and Mr. Akhilesh Singh, they are the team. And, without them, I would not have been successful in conducting this program. Thank you very much from my heart, Mr. Akhilesh Singh and Mr. Manish Chhabra. So with this, I'd like to, yeah.
On behalf of the audio team, all my colleagues around here, we would like to mark this event with a small souvenir of sorry. So Presenter yourself, we take forward whatever we think our MOU and the idea you generated for the audio university. Thank you. Thank you. Small souvenirs which are there included our strategic framework to the Vice Chancellor. Thank you, Professor Moni. Thank you.
I will make it a bit more fancy. We have Goddess Saraswati.
Oh, that's goddess of knowledge.
Correct.
Thank you.
Sir,
Letting the whole group.
close.
The audio team and the Soviet team, maybe you can also join.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, one picture, please. Sir, one picture.
We need all your you on the picture so that you are the one taking forward the MOU.
थोड़ा पीछे से लो, इससे ये वाली लिंक हो गया। सर आप उसके बाद में दो फोटो आपके सेटिंग में Yes. Yes, sir.
I would like to request His Excellency Secretary General.
It's okay. It's okay.
So please be seated, and now we'll have the next MOU signing ceremony, and we can have another 5 minutes time.
Congratulations.
Very nice process, very nice. I'm happy that you become an advisor. It's quite I didn't know, otherwise I would have started discussing. Chancellor, Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, and Shri Mohanji Saxena to sign the MOU between the Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology and into University Meerut and Ayurveda Research Foundation. And this is going to strengthen our program on clinical AI, you know, it will facilitate the development of clinical AI-based integrated disease prediction and management system for dairy cattle. India has got about something like 43,000 primary animal health center, and there is no clinical AI so far. It is true also for the human primary health centers too. Disease diagnosis has to be done at the primary center, and this project will facilitate, to undertake clinical AI for the animal health at the primary health center. And we have submitted the project proposal to the Department of Biotechnology, irrespective of whether the DBT sponsors this project or not. But this project has got complete, relevance. And we also will seek the funding from other, funding agencies, both the national and international, because this project has to be, on the ground. So we are taking under this one, pilot project in Sonipat and Panipat region, and and the faculty members. We have got a strong agronomist working with us, and the biomedical engineering experts, and also the agricultural informatics and and the computer science department. They will be working together for this project. So thank you very much, Ayurveda Foundation. I have in close relationship for more than 2 decades, and it's very important. And also from the university side, we also have a health informatics network value chain programs, because it is $1 trillion data economy. Seeing the data of human health, animal health, plant health, soil health, water health, and fish health, and environmental health over on a GIS platform on a village is $1 trillion data economy. And this university would like to strengthen this research aspect and establish, so that hereafter, in event of any COVID pandemic situations, we don't have to go for a national lockdown. Only a particular area only has to be locked down, and it is a strong data, analysis. Maybe that India may have a data center with more than 10,000 data scientists working on only in this, area. And that's why we are now working on how to bring it out, the MSc level health informatics program, to convert the BSc biology students to get into MSc health informatics. India will be a global country to provide this solution to the entire world. So this today's MOU will facilitate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, please come, please come. Yeah, please come. Dr. Das should have come first. Come. So you have been interacting today. Let's say
Sir, you can invite. You invite.
I invite Professor Devendra Nair, arrived as the Senior Director, HR and CR, to propose vote of thanks.
Honorable Chancellor, Shobit University. Honorable Chancellor, Shobit University. His Excellency Secretary General, His Excellency Assistant Secretary General AARDO, respected Vice Chancellor, Shobit University, Professor M. Moni, Mr. Mohanji Saxena, Managing Trustee, Ayurved, and distinguished guests, media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Shobit Institute of Engineering and Technology, NAC accredited deemed to be university, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all esteemed distinguished dignitaries and everyone present here today for gracing this momentous occasion with your valuable presence. It is with immense pleasure and pride that we have signed the one memorandum of understanding between Shobit Institute of Engineering and Technology and the African Rural Development Organization, UDRI, and the second MOU with Ayurved Research Foundation today. These MOU will be a stepping stone towards the mutually beneficial relationship that we are confident will yield positive results not only for us but for our nation. This ceremony marks the beginning of a new chapter in our partnership and collaboration. Our team is excited to collaborate with their team, exchange idea and knowledge, and learn from each other to create innovative solutions and projects. I would like to express our sincere thanks to Honorable Chancellor Shobit University, His Excellency Secretary General, His Excellency Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Manoj Saxena, Managing Trustee Ayurved, and all colleagues from Shobit University family for taking this time out their schedule and grace occasion with their presence. We honor to have our support and guidance, and your presence has made this ceremony even more special. I would also like to extend our thanks to all distinguished guests who have joined us today to witness this impactful moment. Your presence has made this ceremony more memorable. I would especially like to thank the entire team for all three organizations who have worked tirelessly to make this MOU signing ceremony a success. Your hard work and dedication have paid off, and we look forward to a fruitful partnership ahead. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the friends from media and press for their presence here today for covering this event. Once again, thank you all for your presence, and we look forward to prosperous future together. Thank you very much. Now we can have a group photograph, and after photograph, I request all of you to join us for a lunch. Thank you. Everybody has
Side.
Sir,